welcome everyone to the SERL Domino's Pizza Truck Series Season 1, Race 6 at Nashville. So here we are at Nashville under the lights here, where 36 trucks are going to take on the 1.33 mile racetrack here, and it's also the first ever race on concrete, and I believe it's like 1 and 2 because the other 2 is Bristol. And speaking of Bristol, this weekend right here, only the truck series go to Nashville, and then the American Ethanol and the Hot Wheels go to Bristol under the daytime. So that's just a little information to go on there. Anyway, so if we look at last week at Boston. But Boston didn't really have a lot of like passing up front, because at Boston there were only 3 different leaders, and all three of them led for a good chunk amount of laps. And we could see the same here in Nashville, but I think one thing I am predicting for this weekend, because we have like Bristol for the American Ethanol and the Hot Wheels Cup Series. I think we could easily see like caution after caution. So I don't know how much green flag action we'll get today, and obviously this race, and obviously since this is not Bristol, this race is not going to give us a clue for what to expect in the American Ethanol and Hot Wheels. So yeah, so that's that right here. But I think both Bristol and Nashville have the potential to create caution after caution situations. So I think this weekend could really be a survival weekend, possibly. But we'll just have to see. Anyway, now let's have the cars roll off. Okay, so as all these cars roll off here, let's just get a quick roll of the qualifying here. So Charles Belling gets his 2nd pole of the season, and then if we can find him right here, Matthew Hotchkiss, the last 6 winners, starts 19th, and he's also 2nd in points. So it looks like so Charles Belling, as of right now, seems to be turning himself into a pretty good championship area here. You know, because he's the points leader. He has a 6-point lead over Matthew Hotchkiss. He's on the pole for this race, so he seems to be doing really good. But I think anyone inside the top like 10 or 15 still has a great chance of winning the championship. But we'll just have to see how it all turns out here. Here we are here for the green flag at Nashville. Here, Charles Belling and Adrian Felix are here. We'll lead into the green flags. Two drivers that have already won this season on the front row. Right behind Charles Belling, we have Zachary Fitzwater in the 57. Right here. Then we got Scott Deal right there. So his package seems to be slowing out right here. Matthew Hotchkiss right here is in the middle of a 3-wide situation. So here we go. Back in front, Charles Belling is now under attack from Zachary Fitzwater. It's likely that we'll see a caution right here on lap 1, especially after we see here. So Zachary Fitzwater, so he'll lead that lap. Okay, so Zachary Fitzwater led that lap, and we just turned a few cars right here actually scraped the wall right here, but everyone seems to be okay, which is kind of surprising me right here. But we do seem to have our separate packs. So Zachary Fitzwater, yeah, so he led the lap, but here comes Charles Belling back right here. So now Charles Belling is going to lead this lap right here, and just pretty crazy action right here coming right here in the back of the pack. Right here at 8. So okay, here comes Eric Almerhart. Eric Almerhart, I believe, is not. No, he's not. Eric Almerhart is not inside the top 25 in points, so he can desperately use a good run here today. So pretty calm race to start off right here. Not anything too crazy here. So here's our spectator cam. as it technically gives us a good view here of the entire racetrack right here. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is, I think, you know, so obviously this mod of the track isn't obviously, of course, exactly correct. Oh my god, I have a caution right here. Right here, so we have a caution right here, and as we zoom right past the front right here, LJ Mills, Matthew Hotchkiss lost his winner, Justin Talapas, and Jim Kelly are here. So Charles Bellion looks like he's going to lead him back to the green flag right here. And Zachary Fitzwater now hits the wall. So okay, so there's everyone back to the green flag here. So Charles Bellion and Zachary Fitzwater have led laps. Now let's go show you what happened right here to bring out the caution. We saw Matthew Hotchkiss basically bum drafting right here of LJ Mills, but I think Justin Talapas also had some help right here. So LJ Mills was slow, and Justin Talapas got into Matthew Hotchkiss, who then got into LJ Mills, and all three of those drivers take some pretty decent licks. Matthew Hotchkiss seems to have the worst of it because he went head on the wall here, and then Jim Kelly, he almost got through it, but then it just kind of right there. So fortunately there are unfortunately cons of starting in the back. Anyway, let's go on board Jim Kelly. On board Jim Kelly. Now let's go back to the green flag. We're back here, so we're gonna go green next time by. So Charles Bellion right here. So him and Zachary Fitzwater are the two drivers that have led laps right here. At second place, Karl Kozlowski moves in second. Matt L moves in the third. Zachary Fitzwater, he went from the lead to fourth after hitting the wall. Eric Almahart, etc. So the two cars that are out are Matthew Hotchkiss and Jim Kelly. So both of those drivers are going to take huge hits, especially Matthew Hotchkiss, but also Jim Kelly as well, because both of those drivers have wins. So not a good day for Thor Sport Racing. As we go back to the field here, so this mod here, this is how Nashville would look if there was no grass. If there was no grass in turns 3 and 4, and if there was also no grass on the back straightaway. So that's basically the flaws that this mod has. But other than that, this is a pretty good realistic looking Nashville here. Anyway, here we go back to the green flag. So we're gonna see. So I'll be curious to see how these cars work under single file conditions right here. Looks like Charles Bellion is now getting attacked from Karl Kozlowski here, because Karl Kozlowski is currently 24 in points. He has not had the greatest start to the season, and he got back on track, and he pretty much got back on track. Or started to turn things around in the right direction last week at Boston when he was on the pole. So this race would definitely be a good race for Karl Kozlowski to make it points right here. So Karl Kozlowski is now going to lead. Zachary Fitzwater is now trying to get back up to the front here. Charles Bellion falls back. He goes from first to now fifth here, and now he keeps on gaining. And now Matt L falls for him along with Kenny Hamlin. Scott Dale is back there, and also Dave Crafton are here. So now Adrian Felix are here. So Adrian Felix and Charles Bellion are now the two highest drivers with wins. And I think yeah, so as I was saying, Adrian Felix and Charles Bellion are the two highest drivers that have won, so they have the biggest chances of becoming a repeat winner right here. But they're definitely going to have to move up right here to take the best advantage right here on a restart if we have one. And Matt L seemed to have went up a little high right there. He is now losing spots. But Karl Kozlowski here, he's just sailing. It looks like Zachary Fitzwater is possibly, at this rate, the only car that can catch him. Okay, so here's Karl Kozlowski right here. So Zachary Fitzwater, I can't. It's kind of hard to pinpoint if he's catching right here. We'll see how good of a runner here he gets in turn 3 and 4. They're pretty solidly like dead even at this point. No one's really gaining on each other that much. Open up the cautions out here. So what? Riley White, Scott Dale, AJ Green, Connor Breeden. Oh, Andrew Brandt spins now. So this crash right here. So Garrett Sinor possibly involved, along with Jordan Newman, LJ Mills once again maybe, and Aiden Saunders, Elliot Vogel. So this seems to be this seems to have been a pretty huge crash right here. So let's go back and check what happened right here. But wait a second. Where's Karkazowski? Okay, yeah. So clearly the spectator camera is not good on the back shoulder here. But let's now. I'll show you. I'll get to the best stops later here. But let's first show you what happened. This crash started in turn 1, but it continued to go here throughout the back straightaway, and this crash was actually a lot more bigger than what I originally imagined here. So Biff Craft gets help right here from Matt L, but also Kenny Hamlin is also somewhat of a contributor here, because Kenny Hamlin was somewhat holding up Biff Craft here, or his car was slower, and this right here took place around 7th place, and it continued to go throughout the back of the pack. So then Biff Craft right here, he's partially sideways, but then as they continue, as they go through the turn right here, he just gets more sideways, and then gets spun out by Matthew L, and then you see like the smoke. Then Scott Dale gets more here, and now as we go to the helicopter, watch everyone else just like plow through here. James Rogney barely gets through that. As you see, Jordan Newman, Daniel Boyles barely gets through it as well right here. And as we just see these cars just continue to like pile right here, Elliot Vogel gets a lot of help from Elliot White. So yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 cars involved in this crash right here. A pretty large number, possibly the biggest multi-car crash since Daytona. And anyway, so we could go. I may try to find it in onboard camera, but if we can't, let's go back to the green flag. I apparently did not realize this apparently. So as Matt L tried to overcorrect right here, he got help from the 35 of Kyle Thomas, and then he went around right here. And then also James Rogney actually got into the 07 right there, who I forget who he is, but they somehow all saved it. So yeah. So now let's try to find some onboard cameras, but if we can't, let's go back to the green flag. Look at all the cars that are out. We lost Brenda Reed, Sean Harville, Connor Breeden, Andrew Brandt, Zachary Wooler, Jordan Newman, William Bedford, Elliot Vogel, Riley White. So all of those cars are now out right here. So now let's go back here. So obviously some drivers stayed out, but obviously Philip Watson, Anthony Martin, James Rogney, AJ Green. So the top 4 stayed out. So, but obviously at some point these 4 are going to have to come down pit road sometime because when these drivers came down pit road here. So obviously as you can see, we're not halfway. So obviously some drivers. So obviously as you find your favorite driver. So obviously some drivers so some drivers either took strategy or had struggles like Charles Belding. He lost a few spots on pit road. So obviously, so now all of a sudden this changes everything. So we'll just see how these cars older tires react right here, and if drivers like Zachary Fitzwater and Clark Keselowski can get back up to the front. But Phil Watson is going to lead us back to the green flag right here, and yes, he does. And Philip Watson, he's not. No, he's not. So Philip Watson, he's actually not inside the top 10 points. And here's James Rogney here, who's currently 3rd in points. He's 8 points. He was 8 points behind Charles Belding entering this race. But obviously, at some point, James Rogney is of course going to hit the pit. and they could possibly pit here, and they could possibly come to the pits in the next few laps. So I guess it'll just all depend on here. As we see Carl Keselowski trying to get through these cars that have the older tires. Right here, but now Carl Keselowski here is getting invaded by Zachary Fitzwater. So this will be the battle for the lead when these drivers in front of them come down for pit road. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that right here. Phil Watson continues to lead right here. I believe Carl Keselowski, yeah. Well, actually, I think Charles Belting at this point has led the most laps. But I could be wrong. On here, so obviously we're not halfway, and we still have a lot more racing left to go right here. But now, as we go right back up to the front, James Rogney, he didn't grab the lead that time, but James Rogney, it looks like he's going to take the lead. Sometimes the high side gets a great advantage right here. We saw it right here through the center at the corner, but coming off the corner here, James Rogney is going to get the advantage right here. So Anthony Martin, he stays up high. Anthony Martin, he's currently 13. He's currently never mind. Anthony Martin is actually 14 points. So if Anthony Martin, oh, we got to spin behind them right here. We got to spin. Tony Green spins to the trial right here. Is that gonna bring out a caution? No. No, so if the caution comes out right here, we're going to have to check to see what happened. Right here, but he definitely got help coming off of turn 4 here. And oh my gosh, here, look who keeps on getting close to gain to the front here. As Bill Watson, he actually goes very high, a lot more higher than normal at this track right here. But now Carl Keselowski, he's pushing James Rogney here. Don't push too hard, because if he pushes too hard entering the corner here, it could be a disaster. But he's trying to get James Rogney up front here. Don't push too hard. Okay, so Carl Keselowski is not gonna push too hard right here. I think Phil Watson at this point has actually led the most laps, because he stayed out and was able to lead all those caution laps. And during every race, there's at least so Phil Watson here, he continues to lead, but I still think he's going to have to come to pit road here. And now Carl Keselowski, it looks like as of right now, this is Carl Keselowski's best chance to get his first career win. And Carl Keselowski, this is not a driver, despite having 8 seasons of his own series, he only got one win. He only got one win out to 25 races in 8 seasons. So Carl Keselowski, so despite being a popular driver in the NASCAR racing community, has not gotten a lot of wins. So, but we can see Carl Keselowski easily do that today here, as Zachary Fitzwater is unfortunately struggling to get through all these lap cars right here. And here comes Carl Keselowski now challenging Phil Watson. Could we see it happen right here? Right here, so everyone seems to be pretty calm right here, as some drivers are just trying to get back up to the front. Here, as Tony Green here, unfortunately still stuck behind them right here. So Carl Keselowski, here we go, as no caution. So the caution, we have yet to see a caution here. So this is obviously our longest green flag run of the day. Now Carl Keselowski grabs the lead, so he led that lap. So good for him. So here comes Phil Watson here, trying to get back around Carl Keselowski here, but it's just not going to happen. Carl Keselowski has the fresher tires, so it just simply works for him. So are we gonna see a caution here? So Phil Watson here, he dove it really deep down in turns 3 and 4, but is it gonna work? That's the question. We'll just have to see. Is it gonna work? Nope. Carl Keselowski leads that lap, but I think Phil Watson here, I think he'll have the advantage entering this corner. Never mind. No wait. No wait. Oh my God. Very unpredictable action right here. Especially when it comes to passing right here. So these two drivers right here have pulled away from 3rd place Anthony Martin, 4th place James Rogney, Kenny Hamlin, who came down pit road with the majority of the rest of the field. is now running pretty high up right here. So I still have like some belief that these drivers will eventually have to come here. I still have like some belief that these drivers are still going to have to come down pit road. To me, it almost seems totally unbelievable to see someone like Phil Watson actually make it all the way, all 38 laps. But it could happen right here. So Car Kozlowski is now getting chased a little bit right here by James Rockney here, as we got a really cool three-wide battle here. Eric Almahart is in the mix. Arsh Hossain, Zachary Fitzwater, and Anthony Martin right here. So pretty good battle up front. But the top three have pretty much put distance on themselves from like 4th place right here, and Phil Watson continues to lead. So I think he'll definitely clinch most laps led, unless Car Kozlowski can get right past him right here in the next few laps and lead the remaining. So can Phil Watson get the win? If he doesn't come down pit road, I still think he will have to come down pit road though. Like I said before, it just seems highly unlikable to happen. Kenny Hamlin now moves into 3rd place. And Car Kozlowski, he has seemed to fall back just a little right here, and now the cars are catching him. So I don't know if he like wasted his tires right here trying to catch Phil Watson. But everyone is pretty much like single file. Everyone's not making too risky actions right here. So who knows? We could see a caution. I don't know. I'll still have to go see what happened to Tony Green, or maybe not. Well, I guess there isn't like too much to talk about. Okay, so now Car Kozlowski here getting under attack from Kenny Hamlin. So Kenny Hamlin is 12 points. So I think Kenny Hamlin, if he's going to want to challenge James Rogney or Charles Belding, he's definitely going to have to step up his game right here. But Phil Watson, he seems to. I don't know. Phil Watson. It looks like as of like right now, he's kind of like settling into this like winning groove right here, and he could possibly win. That depends if he'll have to come down pit road though. Because if you remember 2 races ago, we did see some fuel implications at Auto Club, and that was also underlights here, as we apparently have drivers right here hitting the wall pretty hard. So Arsh Hossain and James Rogney, I believe, hit the wall here because I heard wall scrapes. So everyone seems to be pretty mediocre here. And look at Zachary Fitzwater here trying to move through the middle here. But Eric Almahart here, who scraped the wall, is fortunately not going to benefit right here. Here comes Daniel Boyles right here. Daniel Boyles is going to make it 3 wide. Zachary Fitzwater right here backs out of it. Here. And here comes Daniel Boyles. Daniel Boyles is actually not inside the top 25 points, so if he wants to get back on track, he's going to need a good run and a few more good runs after that. Right here, man, just Phil Watson is making it look easy right here. We got 6 more laps to go though. Anything can happen. However, it does seem pretty unlikely that like a caution will come out right here, because as you can see here, everyone seems to be pretty distance out right here. No one seems to be racing too hard. We could see a caution right here if these drivers keep on going like 3 or 4 wide. But it looks like the way things are going right now here, as Kenny Hamlin is attacking Car Kozlowski. So Car Kozlowski, he tried to keep the bottom closed, but that is obviously not going to happen. Okay. Oh yeah, and if you and if you keep on seeing something, and if you keep on seeing something like flashing, I don't know why that happened right here, but it looks like here oh, yep, it was right here. Phil Watson, he comes down pit road, so it looks like that he was not going to make it at all. So if Phil Watson comes down pit road here, then we're going to expect Anthony Martin, James Rogney, and someone else who I forget. But wait, oh yeah, and here comes LJ Mills coming down pit road now. So we could possibly see, we could see Karl Kozlowski coming down pit road as well right here. Okay, so that was right here. So there's Anthony Martin right here, and now Kenny Hamlin is taking the lead away from Karl Kozlowski. And yeah, and as you see right there, James Rogney is also coming down pit road. So yep, so I was definitely right. So the fuel window at this track seems to be like 30 to like 34 laps or so, you know. But now here we go here. A battle for the lead, and most likely the winner here. We still have 3 more laps to go. Kenny Hamlin takes the lead away from Karl Kozlowski. Does Karl Kozlowski have anything more for Kenny Hamlin? And if we keep on seeing the lead exchange, how many more times will it happen? Could these drivers come down pit road? It's pretty unlikely, but yeah, it's a pretty calm race, I must say here. And actually, if you excuse me right here, I have to. Okay, the time limit was starting to approach right here. But here comes Karl Kozlowski here, back under Kenny Hamlin. So how many more times will this lead keep on exchanging? Can Kenny Hamlin actually pull away from Karl Kozlowski? Who's gonna win? Because it's pretty unlikely that like Arch Hossain is going to catch him right here, as we see Biff Crafton come off pit road. Okay, so apparently whenever we enter these corners right here, because right here in the tri-oval, they seem to get like on the tri-oval, Kenny Hamlin got up to 155 miles per hour, and then all of a sudden in the corners he slows down to like 192. What do they mean? I'm sorry. So on the tri-oval, Kenny Hamlin got to 155 miles per hour, but then through the center of the corner, he got to as low as 92 miles per hour. There we go. I said it right. Right here. So here we go. So we have 1 more lap to go right here. It's pretty unlikely that they'll catch James Rogney here for lap traffic here, but white flag is in the air. Can Kenny Hamlin get his first career win, or something drastic going to happen? It's pretty unlikely. Because Karl Kozlowski right here, he tried. Alright, but it looks like that it's not going to be enough here. So anyways, coming off of turn number 2, Kenny Hamlin seems to have this in the bag, so this is definitely going to be a good point state for him. If he could just hold it, if he could just survive through these last 2 corners right here. So coming through turn 3 and out of turn number 4, Karl Kozlowski, he tried to get there, but it's not going to be enough. Coming off of turn number 4 here, Daniel Boyles is going to win the race here at Nashville. Get his first career win. As we see everyone else here cross the start finish line. So the points are definitely going to get shuffled over here. Charles Bellamy, I think he's most likely going to keep his points lead because Matthew Hodgkins got involved in the crash and James Rogney came down pit road. I think Zach Fitzwater, he could move up into like 3rd or 2nd in points. It could be a possibility. So we're definitely going to see a lot of gainers and fallers. I think Kenny Hamlin. I think with that win, I think Kenny Hamlin is probably going to move inside the top 10 points. So that's our field here. So anyways, now let's go back up to Kenny Hamlin in the 08. They come down pit road, and actually, do you know what? I'm actually not going to show what happened to Tony Green. From what I saw, it looked like Tony Green and Justin Tolopis just got together coming off of turn number 4, and that's what just happened right there. But I'm surprised that did not cause a caution right here. So as Kenny Hamlin here comes up the road, let's take a look here at our results. So Kenny Hamlin wins the race. Karl Kozlowski, I think Phil Watson. No, Yeah, fine. Philip Watson in the 10 is going to get the extra bonus point for leading the most laps. Keselowski came close. I think if Keselowski would have kept the lead as soon as Philip Watson came up the road, I think it would have gone to him. But since Kenny Hamlin came right there charging and it took the lead away from him, Keselowski just lost one extra bonus point here, but he still gets a point for leading laps early on and towards the end. And then we have Arch Hossain 3rd, Zachary Fitzpatrick 4th, Matt L 5th, Eric Almhart 6th, Charles Belding 7th, Daniel Boyle 8th, Daniel Boyle's 8th, 9th is Jim Cacknell, and 10th is Adrian Felix. So here we go here, and here's everyone else. So 11 cars DNF'd, and a total of 22 cars finished on the lead lap, with Vic Crafton, AJ Green, and LJ Mills coming down pit road to repair damage, and they obviously 1 laps down. But that seems to be here. So tomorrow the American Ethanol Series will be at the high banked concrete oval of Bristol, the world's fastest half mile over here. So I hope that y'all come back to watch that race. Anyway, so congrats. So make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and congrats to Kenny Hamlin, and bye.